Welcome back. I'm Max Pierman, and on this episode of Just a Sip, we're going to be diving into Sam 76. Now, I should have done this video yesterday on August 2nd, which would have been the anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence back in 1776, which is kind of how the name of this beer came to be. Now, what is this beer exactly? Now, we did a campaign a while back. It was called I Can Taste My Beer. Now, a lot of sessionable beers are lacking in flavor where they make up for in calories and carbs and things like that, an easy to drink product. And we didn't want to do that. We didn't want to sacrifice flavor, for, the better for you option. So Sam 76 is a refreshing lager that has an IPA undertone to it. Now, I'll get to that in a second and why that is without it actually being an IPA. Now, it's only 12 IBUs, it's 4.7% alcohol. And it's a lager, but it's a lot more than that. So a little backstory about the beer. Now, it is made with both lager and ale yeast, brewed separately at different temperatures, and the combination of that gives this a really unique flavor. Now, a few videos back, we talked about dry hopping and Dogfish Head, and how if you add the hops in the beginning of the process, you get this really overwhelming, powerful bitterness, hop flavor. On this, on the other hand, we add the hops, or most of the hops, at the very end of the process. Now that gives this beer a really unique IPA smell without that overpowering bitterness to it, which makes this one of the most refreshing and honestly rewarding beers you can drink. It smells like an IPA, and then it just tastes like a normal lager. So, let's get right into it. Now that you know what Sam 76 is, let's look at the beer itself. So, it's got this really light, almost like translucent color, like a very light beer would have. It's golden, not necessarily as the straw, it's not hazy, you can see right through it. On the nose, you get a little bit of the citrus hops that we use in there. We use a lot of American hops, so you have those citrus tones to it. But again, you get the IPA, you feel like it's going to taste like an IPA. And the sip. I love it. This is one of my favorite beers that we have. Immediately, the aroma from the hops makes you think that you're going to get that IPA taste, but you don't. It finishes really smooth, really light. It's a really, really light mouthfeel. Now to pair this, just pair it like you normally do with an IPA. Beer cheese, pretzels, hamburgers, hot dogs. Like, this is honestly a great beer for outside in the summer. I know it's, not as hot as it was a couple months ago and we're still stuck inside, but grab one of these next time you're just sitting around the house, you want to go outside, play some cornhole, grab a case of Sam 76. Thanks guys, we'll see you next week.